Festivals have some magic to them, right? Like imagine suddenly there's dance, music and so much of good food. I travel for most part of the year, but festivals generally are always celebrated as a family together. This Janmashtami, my wife has a special request. She wants me to make a laddu, which is unique. I thought I'll make a Kesar Malai Ladoo. Hey guys, it's me, the Bombay Chef Varun Inamdar, and welcome to Rajshri Food. Let's begin Kesar Malai Ladoo. For this Kesar Malai Ladoo, the process is very simple. All you need is full fat milk, which is going to be curdled. So basically, we're going to make something like a Chenna or a Paneer at home. Let's begin with that process. Once the milk boils for 2 to 3 minutes on high flame, the next step is to curdle or split the milk. So suddenly you have clotted cream or you have paneer like cottage cheese, and then you have whey. Now for that, I'm going to use an acid. In this case, the acid is vinegar or acetic acid. Now this is regular domesticated vinegar. This is not an industrial vinegar. Also, I'm not using lemon juice in this case, which is citric acid or citric acid crystals, because there is still that element of freshness in terms of lemon. I need vinegar, and that's why I'm using this. The milk has now roll boiled. Time to split it up, for which of course we need an acid, like I said, acetic acid in this case, but I'm going to mellow it down with water. Now this is regular cold water. It's important to mellow this acid down because that way the curd that it will split into or the cottage cheese that it will split into will be softer. It will not harden. Remember this. Let's add this in. The moment you add this, you'll notice and realize that the milk would start splitting into curd and whey. One quick stir, and that's going to accelerate the process. The moment this splits up, off goes the flame. We're not here to cook the curd, because if you cook it, it'll become stretchy and stringy, and that's not what you want. As fresh as this is, let's strain this out. I'm going to strain this using, of course, a colander or a strainer. And at this stage, of course, want to scrape all of this and then wash this as well. Now it's important to wash this because when you wash this, you're literally washing away the acid from the curd. You press this like so. And the next step here again is very important. You need to wash this completely. That way you're immediately cooling this down. Secondly, and most importantly, you're also washing away all the acid, all the acetic acid, because you do not want the laddu to be sour in any nature. This is regular cold water. You're going to press this and ensure all the water is removed. The curd is washed and ready. Let's keep it aside for like a minute or so to ensure that this dries out completely. The fresh cottage cheese that we've made here is now dry and ready. Let's begin the cooking process. First things first, fresh cream. This entire mixture needs to now cook literally like a lump. It all has to come together. To sweeten this and of course to enrich this entire recipe, I'm going to add condensed milk. Allow this to cook precisely for 30 seconds. Just has to warm up and mix together. Once this is achieved, the next step is to add in the curd. When I say curd, I mean the cottage curd or cottage cheese or paneer that we made at home. Mash this up like so. And while you're doing that, I'm also going to add in a layer of flavor to this. And the first flavor is saffron. So strands of saffron soaked in warm milk. They're like a tablespoon of milk. Let's mix all this well and ensure that while we are mixing, we're also mashing the paneer like so. And to keep mixing, scraping continuously, the whole idea here is to ensure that this literally becomes like a clump, like a sweet clump of milk. With this, our mixture is done and ready. Time to bring it all together like so. And this is the stage where you now know that the mixture is ready to cool down. Now, here's another tip for all of you. To cool this mixture down, It's important to transfer this either in a bowl or a plate. That way, the process gets accelerated, 1, and 2, the bottom of the mixture does not burn. Spread this mixture like so, the walls of the bowl, and allow this to come down to room temperature. It's been around 5 minutes. This is not supposed to be kept in the refrigerator, because if it goes in the refrigerator, it'll become almost like a kalakand, and you do not want that to happen. This still needs to be slightly warm. It still needs to be that moldable kind of a temperature. Let's scrape this, bring it all together. To this, I'm going to add in another layer of flavor, cardamom seeds, which are lightly crushed. And along with this, some pistachios. Well, pistachios are going to be used as a garnish, but I also like that little bite of a nut while eating a laddu. Let's mix this well. Let's make little marble-sized balls. And then roll it like so, very lightly. Let's stud in a few chopped pistachios, like so. And with this, your Kesar Malai Ladoo is done and ready. Let's place this and make some more. With this, our Kesar Malai Ladoo is done and ready. Have fun with your family and friends this Janmashtami. Bye for now. Listen, your laddu is also ready. Your favorite, na?